back, everyone. An unforgettable rescue for a man in Grand Rapids on New Year's Day.
Yeah, he made a new friend, too. He was just out for a bike ride, but ended up saving a puppy stuck in the Grand River. Our Eric Estreva takes a look at that rescue.
On New Year's Day, Austin Russell came to this spot on the Grand River for an annual bike ride he has with a group of his friends. What he saw on that day changed his plans completely, and eventually the life of a pit bull husky mix named Max.
I was just leaning up against the brake wall, and I saw something splashing way out in the middle of the river, which is weird. Didn't really think anything of it at first, and then sat there for another minute or so, and then looked back out, and it had moved a little bit, and now I'm hearing barking, and so I'm like, I think there's a dog in the river.
Austin Russell had arrived early to the Grand River on New Year's Day before a bike ride with friends when he spotted a puppy in trouble. Max the dog was in the water and was tangled in some brush and branches.
He eventually came closer, but he was at the brake wall, and I was right by Grand Valley's campus, and so I flagged down a security worker, and he came and tried to help. He went inside in the building and got a mop, and we tried to lower the mop down the brake wall to see if the dog would grab onto it, but it was like that much too short, and the dog couldn't reach it.
Luckily, Max freed himself eventually and began swimming downstream, and Austin saw his last opportunity to get Max out safely, a piece of land underneath the train tracks that cross over the river.
Laid on my stomach, and the level of the river was perfect. My arm was barely long enough to reach the dog, and he didn't have a collar, so I grabbed him by just the skin on his neck. I got him out.
Austin carried the dog to the road where he kept him warm until he could flag down another car for assistance.
I'm sitting in the middle of the road hugging this wet dog, and they stopped, luckily rolled down their window, and I said, hey, this is not my dog, but found it in the river. I pulled it out. Do you have, can you help? Luckily, they had a couple extra hoodies and like a towel and stuff, so they pulled over and stopped.
The police arrived soon after and took Max to the Kent County Animal Shelter, where his owners came and picked him up. They say someone kicked down their fence, allowing Max to escape, but he is now back home and safe. Austin later posted the video on a social media platform called TikTok, where it went viral. At this point, it has almost 11 million views. Austin says the support behind him has been incredible.
I got a ton of positive comments from people saying, the world needs more people like you. I really appreciate that. That's really kind of everyone. The only thing I would say is, if you think the world needs more people like me, or people that would do something nice like that, be that person and be the change that you want to see happen in the world.
Austin tells us that he's been in contact with the owners just to see how the little guy is holding up after that frightful day. Now, the owners say they have potentially been looking at rehoming Mad Max, as they like to call him. And Austin says if he had the opportunity, he would love to take Max in as his own. In Grand Rapids, Eric Estreva, Fox 17 News.